Hello everyone, welcome to Lamina Nails. In this video, I'll be showing you a pretty simple, more on the neutral side, sort of like subtle, tacky, um, as usual, nail look. So I've already started by cutting off all of the extension tips. My nails had grown out, but honestly, I'm not really feeling growing out my nails right now. So I'm taking them all off, cutting them down, and removing what was on my nails. Um, I do want to apologize for not posting with the fires and the things that were going on in my life over the last couple months. It was just sort of hard to post, and the last thing I was thinking about doing was filming my nails or even doing a nail video. But for this video, I am using these nails that I got from SHEIN. I'll try to link them in the description box if I can remember to. They are the extra long full cover tips. This is 600 pieces. They're really nice nails. If you have small nails, if you don't want to do a lot of filing, these are really great nails for you. They have a nice sturdiness to them. Not too sturdy, but like sturdy enough. They don't bend easily, so they're really nice, and I do like the size variety that they come in. But I've already attached them. I think I used um, Beetles nail glue, but I'm not sure. I'm going in with Born Pretty's Jelly Nude in 20. I did add white to this so that it would match my skin tone. If you're struggling and finding a nude that matches you, I highly recommend going with the jelly nudes because they're pretty cheap on AliExpress, and you can always mix and match and just add some white or some other colors, to match your skin tone. I'm going over all the nails with it, and then I'm going into lamp for 30 seconds to make sure that's cured. This is just to make sure that the base is even, that you don't see anything, that there isn't like visible flaws, And then I'm going over the middle nail with base coat. I'm going to stick on some Mylar strips. These ones are blue and yellow that I'm using. They're only showing up yellow, but they are blue. Slightly purple too, flash in them. But I can only see the yellow for some reason in the video. And then I cured that for 30 seconds. Then on top of that, I applied a top coat, and this is Modelones Top Coat, putting that into lamp for 30 seconds. This is something that the powder I'm about to use will adhere to smoothly. So 30 seconds, there's still a tacky layer on that I can stick that to. I'm going over this, it's a golden silver color that I'm using here, powder. Um, and then I'm going over my thumb with that as well. So it's just a rub-on powder. I'm not sure where I got this from. The packaging says one thing, but I can't find it anymore. So the index, or not index, the middle finger and the thumb get that same color. Then once that's all rubbed in, I did dust it off just to make sure there wasn't like excess all over my fingers. I'm going over my ring finger with the base coat, just a thin layer, so I can attach some Mylar Flakes to it. These are from SHEIN. I concentrated them near the cuticle and then sort of like faded them up toward the tip. Give it a little gradient. And they do lay very flat, so it's not something that you'll have to really file down later. I'll try to link those as well if I can find the link to them. Then I'm going over my pinky with that top coat, and then I put that into the lamp for 30 seconds if I'm remembering right. But the ring finger also got another layer of that base coat as well. Then I'm going over with a purple powder over my pinky finger. This is a different powder. It I think shows up more blue than it is. It's a purpley blue powder, but for some reason it's looking like almost green here. Then I'm taking some base coat and I'm just drawing lines in between the Mylar strips. So alternating so that the Mylar strips don't get top coat or base coat, but in between does. And then I'm going over it with sort of drawing a French tip on my thumb. Taking some isopropyl alcohol and a cotton pad and just wiping off the excess. So basically you just want to paint that base coat where you want the product to stay. And then you can see those Mylar strips again. I'm going over that with a little bit of some base coat mixed with those Mylar Flakes just to add a little sparkle to that nail because I felt like it was lacking. I'm not sure why. It really wasn't. It was perfectly fine the way it was. But just like a little striping going on there to sort of tie those in with each other. And then that went into the lamp for 30 seconds, I believe. Then we go over to the thumb, and I'm putting another thin layer of that base coat on the thumb, and I'm adding those Mylar Flakes, concentrating it roughly around where that French ends, and then fading it in both directions. And have some 3D gel. I'm going to make a ball out of it and put that on my ring finger near the cuticle, and I'm attaching a heart as well as a butterfly to that layer. I did this so that it would allow me to put that pointed back on the nail without having to prop it up. On my ring finger, or on my pinky finger, I put a little bit of some Born Pretty rhinestone glue, and I'm adding 3 rhinestones in 3 different sizes. These I believe are Moonlight, but I always get the name wrong. I think they're Moonlight. If I could find the link to them, I'll leave it. I'm not sure if I got these from AliExpress or from SHEIN. They're like AB, but they don't have the gold hue to it. These are more on the cool side. Then on my index finger, honestly, I do not know how to explain this design, but I just went for sort of like a ring on my finger nail. So different sizes, and then some nail art caviar beads to fill in the gaps. So it's just a bunch of crystals is what I'd honestly say. A lot of crystals. But I did like the way it looked when I was done with it. It just sort of came out a little unique. I wish I would have faded it down. Now that I think, like, now that I look back on it and was like staring at the nail, you know, I wish I would have faded it a little more. But I filled in the gaps right here with those nail art beads. I recommend rolling them in top coat so when you cure them, they're secured and not like without that sticky top layer. You know, just like sort of done. So you just have to fill in the rest of the nail, top coat the rest of the nail. Then after 30 minutes in the lamp, I did finish off by adding a few more of those little beads in areas that, you know, like the tiniest ones that I have, I put on a few of those just to fill in the micro gaps. Then they have these little plasticky pearls. I added one of those to the bottom of that butterfly, and that was basically the design. I put a layer of that base coat on all the nails, and I didn't actually have to file these. I was sort of surprised because normally I have to do a little filing, but because those Mylar Flakes lay flat, I didn't have to. I just went over with Beetles Top Coat, which is a thicker top coat. It sort of coats everything so you don't have to file. And then if you turn your hand upside down, it levels really nicely. So I just went over everything, got out a little brush to get into the little, you know, cracks and spaces that I couldn't reach. That was a fiber from a lint-free wipe. Go figure. But those are the nails, and I do hope you like them. They're on the neutral side. They're not really like you know, colorful, but they're pretty, they're sparkly, they've got that glow to them, and I really did like them. So each hand was a little different. I changed up my right hand because I'm right-handed. I didn't want it knocking against too much. But I thank you so much for watching. Sorry about the delay in uploads. Please have a wonderful day. Bye bye.